The Africa Cup of Nations is now into the quarter-final. This tournament has been so difficult to predict, with massive teams like Senegal, Algeria and Tunisia all going out. The latest team was Morocco, who lost a crucial match against South Africa. I don't think anyone expected the quarterfinals to look like this, and I would not be surprised if a lot of my predictions were wrong. But I'm going to make them anyway. The first game I'm going to do is Nigeria versus Angola. Nigeria just beat Cameroon in the last 16, and their West African neighbours didn't even manage a shot on target. Nigeria were absolutely dominant in that match. Their defence so far this tournament has only conceded 1 goal. To be honest, I see them as the most likely team to win this AFCON now. Star striker Victor Osimhen hasn't actually scored yet, but he's played very well in creating chances. Angola, on the other hand, are going to be very unpredictable. They have been very entertaining in this AFCON so far, topping their group over Burkina Faso and Algeria. I don't really know what to expect from them though. Namibia was a pretty easy last 16 match, so I think Nigeria will come out as winners. 2-0 against Angola. They just have a better squad. Next up, Democratic Republic of the Congo versus Guinea. Now, the DRC knocked out Egypt, who were many people's favourites, and it was a great team performance as they came out as winners on penalties. They also picked up a draw against Morocco earlier in the tournament, but they're up against Guinea, who have really been underdogs throughout this tournament. I'm sure many of you will remember that Equatorial Guinea beat Ivory Coast 4-0 in the group stage, but Guinea were the ones who knocked them out. Don't underestimate them. This game could really be close. For me, this is one of the hardest games to predict. I'm going to go for a tense 1-1 draw, but for the Democratic Republic of the Congo to win on penalties like they did against Egypt. Next match is Mali versus Ivory Coast. Before I predict that, I need to apologise to the Mali fans, because I put their kit in 9th in the AFCON kit ranking, and it should have been way higher. Anyway, back to predictions. Mali have actually looked quite good this tournament. They haven't lost a single game and have been playing very exciting football. Meanwhile, the hosts Ivory Coast had a terrible group stage, losing 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea. He qualified for the last 16s in 3rd place in their group, but when tasked with beating the holders Senegal, they were able to do so on penalties. Even when their manager left them after the group stage, they still were able to get through Senegal, but I think this is where the dream ends for Ivory Coast. I think Mali are going to win this one 3-2. Final quarter-final is Cape Verde versus South Africa. Just look at this amazing goal from Cape Verde in the group stage. I mean, look at that. Keeper wasn't having a good day. But anyway, Cape Verde have been really good this tournament, and I expect to see more of the same against South Africa. South Africa themselves recently upset Morocco out of absolutely nowhere. They hadn't looked amazing this tournament either, but it could happen again. They could upset Cape Verde, but I don't see it happening. Cape Verde won, South Africa 0. It'll be close. Right, so just before we end, I'm going to take a look at who I think is going to win the semi-finals and eventually the final. I think Nigeria will get the better of Cape Verde, and Mali will beat Democratic Republic of the Congo to reach the final. But it will be Nigeria who win the Africa Cup of Nations 2024. They have by far the best squad left in the tournament, and they've been playing really well recently, particularly against Cameroon. That performance convinced me that they're going to win. I might come back and look at these predictions a while later just to see whether I got them right or not. But with that being said, it's time to end. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.